All right. In typical summer fashion, we are having yet another thunderstorm come in. This is like the third or fourth one within the last week, which that was just a really bright flash within like seconds of being out here. I think this is going to be a pretty beefy one. On radar, it looks pretty intense. It's actually a pretty wide storm too. It looks like it extends probably a good 40 or 50 miles, maybe even more. So yeah, we'll see. So said storms coming this way like normal, just the typical path storms take when they come this way. Got the GoPro rigged up. I actually got it on this pole tonight. Got it rigged up just slightly different. Normally I put it on the railing, but we're gonna put it like that tonight. And there's a nice angle that way to be able to see the storm that's coming. So I'm thinking that that might be a little bit better. I guess we'll see what happens. Kind of just trial and error. First couple videos I did of storms, ooh, that was a good one. I actually just mounted it right here on this railing. So we're gonna try this pole. It's up a little bit higher. Might give me a little bit different of an angle. So see if that's any better. Kind of hoping that'd be good. So yeah. All right. Got the phone set up on the Osmo. Got it angled up at the clouds. I'm just gonna leave it record for a little while and see what we get. As usual, as the storm gets closer, I'll be taking cover on the porch. For now, I'm able to stand out here off the porch. And if it gets too bad, which that's 50-50 at this point, looking at radar. Whoa, that was cool. That lit the whole sky up. I've said in other videos, other than photography and now videoing, of course, my big passion is actually weather and astronomy, which was why that moon and International Space Station video was posted the other night. This one is kind of becoming almost like a culmination with having multiple different storm videos. Especially with how hot it's been, they're coming almost on a nightly basis. Like I was saying earlier, the weather is a passion that I've had for a very long time, since I was about 4 or 5. Growing up, for whatever reason, I got no idea, but I always seemed to be interested in what the weather was in Phoenix, Arizona, and had to tell my dad constantly. All right, I guess I'll make a third attempt at trying to explain this. Got random bikers coming through, going on 11 o'clock at night, blasting music and being obnoxious with their revving the engines here on, a residential area. The weather has been a passion of mine ever since I've been little, like I was saying, ever since I was 4. Um, like I said, for whatever reason, I always had to tell my dad what the weather was like in Phoenix, Arizona. No idea why that stuck. Just ended up happening that way. For those of you that do not know me, my dad actually passed away in 2017 to lung cancer. And ever since he's passed away, I kind of picked up photography, which he actually loved himself. But I took it a little bit more to the extreme. He was kind of just going out and just taking pictures. Me, I've kind of turned it more into a business, and I do photo shoots and everything. In the last 3 months, I've done a wedding, a couple of other regular photo shoots. The cool one was I did one for one of the little kids that play on the Shamokin baseball team. I did some baseball pictures for him, which that's up on my photography page on Facebook. My photography page on Facebook is M Baker Photography as well, just like it is here. So everything is all kept the same. Make it easier for everybody to find. But I ended up getting a request to make baseball cards out of some of the pictures. So that was kind of neat to kind of design a baseball card and have that printed out. It took a couple days for them to come back, but the client was actually very, very pleased with it, and I was too. I think they turned out actually pretty cool. I definitely wouldn't mind doing stuff like that again. In 2020, I kind of had a little bit of progression. Oh, here comes an ambulance, I think. I don't understand this tonight with all the obnoxious noises. I mean, I get there's an emergency, but do you really need to blast your sirens at 11 o'clock at night when there's little to no traffic? I mean, there's literally only like 3 cars coming up Sunbury Street right now. That's it. So, and there's no cars going down. So I don't even see what the point is with that, but I'm sure there's a rhyme and reason to it. Anyways, like I was saying, in 2020, during COVID, I was still working every single day. That never stopped. Just like Kurt, um, you'll hear me talk about Kurt a lot because we're very close friends and we do a lot of the videoing and stuff like that together. But we both work for Walmart. We both work in optical with health and wellness. That's actually how we ended up meeting. He was actually training to become the vision center manager for his store in Lewisburg, and we ended up meeting there. Because I've been with Optical for about 5 years, so I've been helping out in other stores all over the place, which is actually kind of neat getting to go check out the other stores and get to help out in other stores. I actually love what I do. The but during COVID, I ended up going and getting certified with the National Weather Service. I did multiple courses for them to become the trained and certified weather spotter. I have multiple certifications with them now at this point for multiple different disciplines. Radar, advanced, beginner, obviously. Trying to think of what the other ones are, but I have multiple different trainings that I've done. Each one is usually like 2 to 4 hours. They either do them in person or online. Um, but I went and became certified, and also that same year, I also went and did a photography class with Cornell University and got a certificate from them, which is actually where I learned a lot of my stuff. I kind of was teaching myself a little bit in the beginning, but I didn't really get to taking pictures the way I do now. Um, that was a pretty quick acceleration to going from taking okay to half decent pictures to taking great pictures. Um, my photos since then have actually been featured in multiple different magazines and publishings around the country, and they've actually been in 6 different art galleries in different countries around the world as well. So that was pretty cool to be able to have pictures featured all over the world, not just here. Which I actually think in part is why I was actually looking my photography page on Facebook. Only 61% of my followers are actually here in the United States. The other 40% basically are other countries. So only a little over half of my followers are actually here in the US, which was kind of interesting to get to see all the other countries that I have followers for. Um, YouTube, for whatever reason, because I only have like 50 or 60 followers, I don't have a lot on here yet. Um, do not have analytics for that to tell me where all my followers are on here. For those of you that do follow me, I don't need specific locations, just put what country you're from. If you could drop a comment below the video, that'd be greatly appreciated since they don't do it. All right, I'm going to stop the video for a few minutes and I'm going to check out radar, see how much closer the storm is getting to us. That way I have an idea how much longer I have that I can stand here before I'm going to have to make a beeline. I don't think it's catching it on either one of the videos, but I can actually start to see some clouds forming. It looks almost like there's a wall cloud straight ahead, which wouldn't shock me given the way radar looks, because it looks pretty nasty. Um, so, we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, now for some more. I had to swap out the GoPro battery. GoPro battery died. Also got a little warm, so I ran out of some cold water at the sink too. So now it's nice and cool again. And it's recording again. Got the phone on the Osmo. That's making progress now too. Hopefully get some more lightning. That'd be cool. We just had some rolling thunder there. That sounded pretty cool. Winds are slowly picking up. Check that radar. On radar, this does not look like just a little thing. It's definitely expanding and definitely strengthening. That's for sure. I checked. There's no warnings on this. Must just be a strong regular thunderstorm. I guess we'll see as it gets closer. For severe thunderstorm warning, the winds have to be at least 60 miles an hour, and there also has to be hail associated with it too. I believe pea size and above. So if it does not meet those criteria, then it will not get warned for severe thunderstorm. Definitely lots of lightning, though, that's for sure. There's a lot of energy in the storm. There's just not a lot of wind and or hail. Let's angle this down just a tad. That's why. Seems like a little bit lower in the sky is where all the lightning is showing. Earlier when I was out here before I took the GoPro in to change out batteries, I was a little concerned because all the hairs on my arms and legs stood straight up, which is never good when you're outside during a storm to feel that. A lot of times that means there's a lot of energy in the atmosphere or lightning is about to strike close by. Fortunately, it's the first one because the storm isn't here yet. That does not mean it can't strike here, but it's not occurring. I'm not getting any lightning proximity alerts or anything like that. Um, I do have an app on my phone that does tell me, if lightning is striking close by. I don't know if it does cloud to cloud or if it just does cloud to ground. Um, Never really thought to look into that to see which one it does. I'm thinking it's cloud to ground because of these last couple storms. We have not been really getting very many strikes. I mean, there's been a couple, but it's definitely more cloud to cloud for sure, as is the case with this storm too so far. I haven't heard of any reports of anything getting hit this time, which is always a plus. There we go. Forgot I raised the pull the Osmo up, so now it's up higher than the GoPro, so I can put it at a little bit wider angle. And I really hope all these people that are coming by here at 11 o'clock at night with their music cranked up loud, I really hope that these microphones are not catching that, because if I get demonetized because people are blasting music, I'm not going to be happy. Especially when I'm not actively playing music over the video or anything like that. I mean, it's another thing if I'm purposely doing it, but if I'm, just standing out here and I get, you know, flagged for it. And unfortunately, most of the record labels have emailed me and have kind of given me the green light to do 50-50. They'll just put ads. So if that does end up happening, hopefully they take that route. But it'd be really nice not to have copyright on this. Clouds are changing. As well as we're getting a little bit more winds too. Good. How are you? Yeah, that was a friendly encounter. Random person walking by on the sidewalk. Actually said hi to me. Not, what the hell are you doing with multiple cameras pointed at the sky? I guess it's just implied the fact there's a storm coming. He's just like, no, he's recording. That's a little bit different. I see some gaps in the clouds here. These low ones, anyhow. Obviously, the main storm is above those. There's some lower ones here. I am gonna have to probably drop the Osmo down here shortly because it's wobbling. I'm thinking that's a good idea to do. Back in a minute. I guess we'll give that a shot and hope and pray that the shift cam isn't blocking it. I set the phone down on the pillar out in front of the house. I have it leaning against the Osmo and the shift cam in front of it to hold it in place. That way it can be angled up at the sky. Have it down lower. Number one, it's getting windy. Number two, it's now below the GoPro, and I don't want the GoPro in the video. I'd rather see the sky in the video. So note to self, mount the GoPro on the side of the pole next time so I have more room to set the Osmo up over here Then I have more room to set both up to angle them up at the sky. Should be neat. The GoPro video I have set at either 120 or 240 frames. So I don't have it up at 5.3K. I think I have it at either 4K or 1080, which I really don't care. I'll lose a little bit of video quality for the more frames, especially with this, with the lightning. It's just absolutely worth it. Oh, getting some raindrops. Got some real low clouds that are coming in now. You can see them as the lightning flashes above them. They're moving pretty quick. With the way the wind is blowing, I'm sure that's where the raindrops are coming from too, with how low the clouds are hanging. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pouring here in a minute. So I think what I'm going to do is stop the video, switch to the shift cam, and prepare to be on the porch. Alright, we're switching back to the shift cam, and it's starting to rain. So, onto the porch we go. Guys, I don't feel like getting wet tonight. Good news is, I can stand underneath the porch and still get the view I want. And not get soaked. At least not right now. Until the wind blows the rain on the porch. Which will probably be shortly, my luck. Happens almost every time. This corner of the porch always gets soaked. Because the wind always blows the rain right onto this portion of the porch. Which is why I'm glad the GoPro is waterproof. And just going to back away from this corner because it's blowing in. I'll record if anything else happens. If not, thanks for watching. Rain is slowly picking up. You can see it's kind of just light for now. You also see it over there in that light as well. It's raining, but not hard yet. Key word being yet. You can smell the rain now. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah. I can at least see that. Tell you what, definitely glad that Kurt ended up giving me the shift cam, because I just had like the little snap grip. This Pro Grip is far better than the snap grip. It's definitely way more comfortable in your hand. It's bigger and bulkier, of course, but I really don't care when it's easier to hold. I'm going to try taking this to a concert and see how it is to record with. That should actually be pretty cool to see how the shift cam operates at a concert. Got a couple of them coming up. 2 in September and 1 in December. And actually 1 in October too. Forgot about that one. Okay, there's 4 concerts coming up for now until I find more. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of that. Longest time I kind of took like a break from doing concerts and going to them, because I ended up going to like zoos and all that kind of stuff, um, take pictures. But now that I'm going to be doing a little bit more here on YouTube, I'll probably be switching focus just a little bit. Um, Definitely, obviously, still going to be going out and doing weekly adventures, minus when I'm, going away. We're working on booking the yearly trip down to Chincoteague. We usually go down for a weekend there. All right, last video of the night. It looks like a majority of the bigger, heavier stuff is going around us. So the good news is we're only getting mostly, it's actually just like a light rain still. I'm actually kind of surprised that it didn't get any heavier. Last couple times that we got a storm, it's been like a freaking monsoon. But it looks like the storms are going around us, the heavier parts anyhow. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here tonight. Thanks for those of you that have watched. If you do not subscribe already, please do. And give a like and comment. Thanks. I actually forgot one thing. At the end of the video, with all these video little clips with my phone, be the usual time lapse with the GoPro. That's still rolling. It's on its second battery. Last I looked, it was getting a little low, so it's probably about dead by now at this point. But yeah, so I don't know how long that's going to be. I haven't really paid attention to how long I've been out here recording. It's going on midnight. I want to say I came out here probably over an hour ago, so I'm sure there's probably an hour plus of footage. Even if I speed that up 4 times, which gives me pretty good, smooth quality video. It's still going to be 15 minutes, so this is probably still going to end up being a little bit longer of a video. Ever since I started creating videos, it seems like I can't manage to keep them short. But that's probably not necessarily a bad thing, because it gives more content to you to see.